We're standing on the first quarter acre of land returned to us in 250 years. These are our cattails, and these usually only grow in marshes, which is why we know that this is probably where our ancestors have always been. Where we stand at today is a part of a territory called Huichin. Our relatives lost all of the land and our connection to the lands, even though we've never left. Our ancestors went through 3 waves of colonization and genocide, beginning with the Spanish mission period, then the Mexican Rancho period, and currently the United States government. And the state of California was built with laws that made it illegal to be Indian. And so all California Native people had a bounty on our heads, $5 a head and 25 cents an ear. So we talk about the gold rush coming here, and it changed everything. All of these men coming looking for gold couldn't find gold, but they could find native villages, and they could kill the native people, and they could sell the young kids in the town. And so the disconnect and the disjointment from our lands and from our family clans was even further destroyed. As we began to talk about these histories, people began to realize in the Bay Area that Ohlone people are still here. Ohlone people, it's a confederation. It's made up of the 5 tribes that were brought as slaves into Mission San Jose. We don't have permission to gather. There's lots of things that continues the disconnect and the genocide and invisibility of our people. Having this place where we can have ceremony and we can take care of plants and to gather and to learn about that again, and that reconnection of learning language and song and dance is really important. This was a garbage dump here before. When we pray, we offer tobacco to the ancestors. Yarrow, this actually stops wounds from bleeding. These are rice bales, and so it's a technique of growing food. My dream is that the Bay Area begins to have these working relationships, living in reciprocity with the tribe and the land and the waters. Imagine that we could drink out of every freshwater creek in the Bay Area only 150 years ago. To bring the salmon back up and the trout, and to re-engage in taking care of land. Human beings always had a reciprocal relationship with the land. We didn't just exist here, but for thousands of years we knew how to work with the lands and the waters so that it took care of us and we took care of that. When we're looking at climate crisis right now, we're looking at how, as human beings, do we take care of this and reverse some of the harms that we have done as human beings. Imagine just a few hundred years ago that there was no concept of hunger or homelessness on this land. I've lived here my entire life, and never have I seen this many people without a roof over their head. And it's our responsibility to try to relieve some of that. It's our responsibility because people live in our lands. So we need folks that want to do this work with us to do this work, because it's not just for us, it's for the next 7 generations of all beings. Shumi it means a gift in our language. Land in the Bay Area is expensive, and Ohlone people are having to buy back their own land. Shumi offers folks that are not Indigenous to pay an honorary tax, a way to live in reciprocity on the land you work, live, or play on. People can go on our website and they could put in some very simple information, and then it'll give you an estimated tax. Many times it's $68.
We have residents who are contributing to that project through the Shumi land tax. I've contributed myself.
City of Alameda worked with us to change Andrew Jackson Park to Chochenyo Park. Berkeley is the first city in all the cities in the Bay Area to change their signage coming into the city that says, "Welcome to Berkeley, Ohlone territory." And we hope that all the cities in the Bay Area will work with us to change their signage as well.
We want to recognize not just our past, but recognize that the Ohlone are still here.
For me, this was like, this is our ancestors saying, yes, you're home. This is where you belong, you know? When I walk onto this land, I know that there's a connection. To know that you're home and that this can't be taken away from you. So much has been taken away, and now we're trying to give this back. You know, walking onto this land reminds me that my ancestors are walking with me.
The Segorite Land Trust recently purchased a home for urban Indigenous people to live in. They raised $750,000 in just 1 week to do so. Wow, incredible stuff right there.